Quick announcement before we get started. Our landlord has decided to not renew the lease, so we're selling a bunch of manga and magic cards over on eBay. Link down below to help support my family and get us into a new place. Prices are reasonable, unless you want to be generous, of course. Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was inspired by last week's Commander Horizons 3 stream. Modern Horizons 3. Today's deck is led by Ajani, Nacatl Pariah. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically, if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Ajani Nacatl Pariah is a 2-mana 1/2 legendary cat warrior. Whenever he enters the battlefield, we create a 2/1 white cat warrior creature token. Whenever one or more cats we control die, we may exile Ajani, then return him to the battlefield transformed under his owner's command. Transformed, he becomes Ajani Nacatl Avenger, a legendary planeswalker with 3 starting loyalty. By adding 2 loyalty, we put a +1/+1 counter on each cat we control. For 0 loyalty, we create a 2/1 white cat warrior token. When we do, if we control a red permanent other than Ajani Nacatl Avenger, he deals damage equal to the number of creatures we control to any target. Finally, we may remove 4 loyalty. If we do, each opponent chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a planeswalker from among the non-land permanents they control, then sacrifices the rest. I'm a big fan of flipwalkers, and the fact that we're getting 5 of them in this set, and that they're all 2 colors, brings me joy. Yes, you heard that right. They are all 2 colors. Want proof? Here you go. If you flip Ajani Nacatl Pariah over into Ajani Nacatl Avenger, and zoom into that little dot right there, you can see that it has both red and white. This dot here is to denote the color identity of a card that has no mana symbols. The earliest example that I can think of is Elbus the Binding Blade. Even though the front side of this card is a colorless equipment, the back side is a black creature, which means the color identity of this card is black. It also means that Ajani Nacatl Pariah has a Boros color identity. So this will be a Boros Cats deck. Well, before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard is always innovating, and recently they've unveiled their new Druidic Secrets boulders. Turn your deck box into a mystical place. These gorgeous boulders come in a variety of colors and patterns, like this dark blue one, celebrating the night and our dreams. Make sure you continue to praise the night as well as protect your dreams and your commander deck, and pick one up for yourself at your local game store. Or order one on Amazon, link down below. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm going to be streaming on Musings by Danon as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are spent talking about Commander, manga, and anime. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Path of Ancestry, Sacred Foundry, Spectator Seating, Sundown Pass, Clifftop Retreat, Elegant Parlor, Alpine Meadow, Sacred Peaks, Sunscorched Divide, Rugged Prairie, Battlefield Forge, Needleverge Pathway, Fury Calm Snarl, Boros Garrison, Scavenger Grounds, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, 9 Plains, and 7 mountains make up the land base for our deck. Herald's Horn, Mana Echoes, Keeper of the Accord, Sword of the Animist, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Conviction, Boros Signet, Marble Diamond, Fire Diamond, Mind Stone, Wayfarer's Bauble, and Solemn Simulacrum help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. Alms Collector, Oreskos Explorer, Vanquisher's Banner, Icon of Ancestry, Esper Sentinel, Ascend from Avernus, Idyllic Tutor, Skull Clamp, Descendant's Fury, and Tocasia's Welcome help us to dig through our deck and keep our hands full. Lion Sash, Boros Charm, Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, Generous Gift, Stroke of Midnight, Chaos Warp, Flare of Fortitude, Thraben Charm, Reprieve, Abrade, Destroy Evil, and Rip Apart help us to keep our opponents in line. Blasphemous Act, Austere Command, and Hour of Reckoning allow us to reset the board as needed. Felidar Sovereign, Prava of the Steel Legion, Leonin Warleader, Jazal Goldmane, Regal Caracal, Skyhunter Strikeforce, Whitemane Lion, King of the Pride, Leonin Abunas, Trove Warden, Felidar Retreat, White Sun Zenith, Ajani Strength of the Pride, Brimaz Strength of Oreskos, Ajani Caller of the Pride, Tarian Mauler, Mirror Entity, Adaptive Automaton, and Regal Leosar make up the core of our deck and how we plan on winning. Supporting our plan, we've also got Cathar's Crusade, Coat of Arms, Shared Animosity, Warleader's Call, and Ajani's Welcome. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 49 mana sources split between 36 lands and 13 pieces of rain. A little light, but our curve is low, so it's fine. 10 pieces of card advantage, 13 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Lion Sash, Thraben Charm, and Scavenger Grounds, 1 sudden I win card in Shared Animosity. When this card, or its big brother Coat of Arms, hits the table, it should be game over. If we have 4 cats, each cat gets +3/+0. If we have 10 cats, each cat gets +9/+0. That's easily enough to close out the game. So the goal of this deck is to build as big of a board as possible. We've got a couple of sack outlets to help flip Ajani, but we are by no means an Aristocrats deck. We want to go wide and smash face as quickly as possible. Ideally, we are able to combine Mana Echoes and White Sun Zenith to make the largest army of cats ever assembled. Maybe we'll help our opponent make the Jellicle choice so they can ascend to the Heaviside layer. Are you building Ajani, Nacatl, Pariah? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Sean, Mark, Borgie, Nazwin, Midge, Alex, Alex, Conga, Aaron, Midge, Robert, Michael, Skinwalker, Sidewinder, William, Austin, Aaron, and Dan. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.